It's finally arrived. It is the Go Home Raw show for WrestleMania, and that means, regardless whether it's good or bad or indifferent, there's a bit of excitement in the air, like sprinkles of excitement, and it's the ultimate roller coaster ride or thrill ride, whatever that tagline is. It's here, loop-de-loops. But yes, in just a few days, it's the biggest event of the year. So did Raw hit a home run, or did it strike out? Let's find out by upping some downs. Now, I was going to do this in chronological order, but screw that, we're going straight to the Roman Reigns versus Undertaker stuff because I thought it was excellent and it's getting a massive up. There's no two ways about it. WWE let Roman Reigns cut a heel promo and he was brilliant at it. He got proper heat from the fans and it was great to hear that reaction, and then the man in the ring was actually asking and gaining that reaction. There's just something so enjoyable about that. However, if this is just WWE booking him short term to get through the Taker thing, I will be mad. There's lightning in a bottle here, and when you've got lightning in a bottle, you unleash it. You take it in. You don't just let it run away. Lightning can't run. And then we got a proper old school Undertaker standing in a graveyard segment, which made it feel like I was 12 years old and finding wrestling for the first time again. Good work, WWE. I had a very good time with this. Eventually, Taker did appear magically in the ring with Roman Reigns. I don't know about you, but to me, this felt like a big deal, and who knows which direction they're gonna go. Imagine they let Roman Reigns win. Can you imagine the reaction of that crowd? I'm excited. Also, quick shout out for that whole Undertaker weirdness, just interrupting the intro of Raw. I liked that, it was all disruptive, it got my attention. Just fantastic. Did something go wrong with The Undertaker at the end of the segment though? Because he threw his hands in the air and then he just slowly lowered them and all we got was like some thunder noise. That was weird. That was strange. Sticking with Reigns, kinda, the man he's been feuding with, Braun Strowman, was just hurled into the Andre the Giant Battle Royal on Raw. Just thrown in there, no rhyme, no reason, and that's his spot. Down. I kinda like the fact he didn't have a match before this because the Battle Royal at this stage feels beneath Braun Strowman. He's been built up like a monster, and now you just throw him in that match, which, by the way, is happening on the pre-show. What does that do for him? And of course he's going to win, and if he doesn't win, what on earth? That over-the-top challenge with the Big Show was rubbish too. All it served was to tell me, you see all these guys like Curtis Axel and R-Truth and Goldust, they're all geeks and they're all jobbers. Don't invest in them. When we could have gone, hey, we've got all this great talent, let's make them really good and have people invest in them. Rubbish. Right, now we do get to the start of the show, which did begin with all the women's stuff, and that's Nia Jax, Charlotte, Sasha and Bayley. All felt like a mess, I didn't like it, so it's getting a down. There's just too many bodies in this and it felt all over the place. Bayley came out and said some words, and then Charlotte came out and said some words, and then Sasha came out and said some words, and then Nia came out and said some words, and the whole time they did this. Because you got to look and point at the WrestleMania sign because it's WrestleMania season. It just felt like everyone was trying to get their shtick in. And then we had a tag match, and that ended when Charlotte got pinned by Bayley, which means Bayley's losing her championship at WrestleMania. And then Nia Jax dominated and took everyone out, which means she's not going to win the championship at WrestleMania. I imagine this does all lead to the Banks heel turn and her walking away with the gold, and I hope that does happen because then we can come out of the biggest show of the year and start focusing this all again and having proper feuds. We need it. Given all the Neville and Austin Aries stuffing up, because they're both just very talented hands. Neville was good on commentary, then both had good matches against different opponents, and even the Austin Aries backstage stuff with the New Day, while a little bit weird, still shone a light on the feud, which it needed because it's been bumped to the pre-show of WrestleMania. Hopefully they'll be given some serious time and they can remind everyone at WWE why they should have been on the main card. Also, how are we going to make the Cruiserweight Division Championship feel important if we just bung it on the pre-show? Not so happy about that, but enjoyed everything else. That's Sami Zayn stuff though. One big down. Let's start at the start. Stephanie berated Sami Zayn once again, even though all he wanted was to enter the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Stephanie then said she wants that trophy back on Raw, even though the trophy was literally right there and she was looking at it, so it's already on Raw. She then said if he wants to be in the Geek match, he has to win a match to prove he's worthy. Great. What's worse, he had to do this by having another match with Kevin Owens, the match I was told that was never going to happen again, and now I've seen more than I've seen my big bald head. And yeah, it was great, and yeah, it was good that it was used to further the Owens-Jericho feud, but come on, man, put him against anybody else. Literally anybody. I don't need to see it anymore. You're running it into the ground. Also, Strowman's winning that Battle Royale, so Sami Zayn is being fed to the fishes. That makes me sad. See you later, Sami. Big up for Chris Jericho finally putting Kevin Owens on the list, though. WWE did the right thing by showing some patience and waiting for the last Raw before WrestleMania to do this. We all wanted to see it, we all enjoyed it, and now everything's wrapped up in a nice little package, and I hope Owens does win at the event. He needs that title. Be good for him. I like the Triple H Seth Rollins back and forth. Thought it was decent. I'm giving it an up. It was a good promo from both of them before they signed the contract, and more importantly, they both felt really genuine, especially Seth. He came across like a real dude as opposed to I'm wrestler Seth Rollins, and it worked in his favour, and I believed him. And there was plenty of teases for the pedigree, which is the way the match has to end. Seth Rollins hooks in that move, gives it to Triple H, and wins. Even if that does involve Mick Foley, that's fine. Rollins takes the W, everybody's happy. The tag team stuff was just strange and nonsensical again, and I'm presuming the match is now a ladder match. Maybe that was said on Raw and I missed it, but I don't think that's true, because why else did Sheamus and Cesaro come out with a ladder to attack Gallows and Anderson, as well as Big Cass and Enzo? It's gonna get this week's thumb middle though, because technically it didn't do anything wrong. Everyone involved did their stuff well. They're trying to build the feud, they're trying to make the titles feel important, they're just not put in a spot to do that. And to be fair, this match probably does need a gimmick. So if it is a ladder match, and we've got titles hanging from the ceiling, I actually think that adds something, so hopefully it makes it more entertaining when it starts WrestleMania. So that's my prediction. First match on the show, Raw Tag Team titles. Raw closed though with the big showdown between Brock Lesnar and Bill Goldberg. Didn't do anything you wouldn't expect it to, but it was fun, did its job, getting enough. Let's critique a few things though. Why did Paul Heyman take a shot at Sting? Not Sting's fault. Sting was just doing what he was told to do, and I understand the comparison. Two ex-WCW guys, Sting didn't succeed, and Goldberg has. But unless he's getting involved in the match, leave him alone. I like Sting. We did see the big spear outside the ring that Goldberg gave to Lesnar though, which suggests that Bill will lose his Universal title at WrestleMania, and Lesnar will reign supreme, which begs the question, do you put that on last? Do you have some kind of quasi-semi-heel close the show? It's not what Vince McMahon likes to do. He likes cheer and balloons and happiness. I'm not sure Lesnar winning is happy. Either way, I think they're going to have a good match. Just give me a 10-minute all-out brawl that looks like two behemoths kicking the crap out of each other, and I think that'll be alright. And that was Raw. And now we head to WrestleMania, and it was okay, and the high bits were high, but the low points were pretty low. But I am pumped for the event. I think it's going to be great, and I'm even more excited that it's 32 hours long. I can just waste 32 hours of my life watching the pre-show, the pre-pre-show, the event itself, and then the after-show, and the after-after-show, and then the conclusion, and the post-mortem. In terms of Raw predictions for the show too, I'm going to go Lesnar, I'm going to go Owens, I'm going to go Big Cass and Enzo, I'm going to go Sasha Banks. I can't think of any other matches. I'm going to go Neville, I'm going to go Seth Rollins, I'm going to go for Braun Strowman winning the Battle Royal, and going for Roman Reigns. Only because if The Undertaker wins, we're going to get to Raw on Monday, and this Roman Reigns thing is going to continue on as it has been continuing on for 3 years. If that happens, we may be able to change things. I'm not saying it's good, I'm not saying bad, I'm just saying as a viewer who likes entertainment, that to me is the most entertaining twist, and then we can go online and moan and shout about it. We all love doing that. Now don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you thought about Raw, and then like, share, and subscribe then. Follow What Culture on Twitter at WhatCultureWWE. Go to WhatCulture.com and read the ups and downs articles, and follow me at SimonMiller316. Jack is away in sunny Orlando, so I will be back tomorrow to up and down some SmackDowns, and until then, I'll see you soon.